thank you to everybody for joining us on this really wonderful day in Upper Darby to celebrate the completion of the Naylors Run Trail, Segment 5A. I'm Rita LaRue. I'm the Township's Director of Community and Economic Development, and I will be your MC for today. Upper Darby Township is a network of neighborhoods and business corridors, retaining the best aspects of a small town camaraderie while being the 6th largest municipality in Pennsylvania. Segment 5A is a nearly $500,000 investment in the trail, funded equally by Upper Darby Township and the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and National Resources Community Conservation Partnerships Program. We understand that the connections created through beautiful and accessible trails such as Segment 5A are key to a thriving Upper Darby. This is a special moment, and it would not be possible without the vision, enthusiasm, and support of our mayor. Please join me in welcoming Upper Darby Mayor Ed Brown.
Thank you. Good afternoon on this beautiful day. I'm Upper Darby Mayor Ed Brown, and I want to start by acknowledging, I'll start with my council, so if my council people can stand up, please. Let's give them a round of applause. Myron, you can wave, and Simon, you can wave, so since you're already standing. And my state reps, Heather Board and Gina H. Curry. My state senator, Tim Kearney. County council, Richard Womack. And I see my police and fire chief here as well. They can wave. Along with my CAO, Crandall Jones. But I'm thrilled to be a part of this wonderful ribbon cutting for Naylors Run Trail Section 5A. While it may not be the longest distance, the quarter of a mile represents quite a bit. We would not be gathered here today if it was not for the hard work and dedication of many. I'd like to acknowledge the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources who funded this great trail, our designer, Pannoni Construction, Premium Construction who did the work, and finally, all of the folks at Upper Darby Township who had the vision and the drive to make this a reality. Let's give them a round of applause. Especially Rita LaRue, who you just heard from, Bill Kaplan, who's here. Here's Bill. Josh Chase, is Josh here? There he is. Okay. And many others who played such a vital role in getting us to the goal line. And what I am most proud of and excited about in regards to Naylors Run Trail Section 5A is what it offers our residents. A safe connection between Garrett and Marshall Road, one that is accessible for all residents. That includes children, seniors, and people with disabilities. Not to mention a great shortcut between Garrett and Marshall. Saves me some serious time on my Move with the Mayor walks around town. So my Move with the Mayor, if you don't know, are different activities that I do as part of the National Forum for Heart Disease and Stroke Prevention. And we're actually going to walk this trail today as part of an activity. So hopefully you'll join us after this event to actually walk the trail. But seriously, it will allow people to experience nature, fresh air, and have another opportunity for a healthy lifestyle. The Garrett and Lansdowne area is home to Upper Darby and Bonner Prendy High Schools, Delaware County Community College, which is recent, the YMCA Early Learning Center, Naylors Run Park, great shopping and dining, and the upcoming Spark Arts and Education Center, which is right over to my right. This trail will enable residents, students, and visitors to easily move between these great services and amenities and a new place to engage on a social level, get some physical activity, and be a wonderful new communal space. We will soon be seeking community input for what is most important to you in a community center. Are you excited about that? All right. Thank you for joining me at this important event. I'm all about connection, and the Naylors Run Trail Section 5A is yet another vessel in bringing people together, and yet another example on why Upper Darby is indeed the world in one place. Thank you, and I'd like to turn it back over to Rita LaRue.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, you know, we are Delco strong, and we are Delco proud. And I just want to take a moment to thank our colleagues in Havertown and our colleagues at the Delaware County Planning Department, because everything we do with this trail takes those kinds of partnerships. So being Delco strong, it's very fitting to now welcome our next speaker, Delaware County Council Chair, Richard Womack.
Thank you. I don't know what's much more to say. First of all, I am Council Chair Richard Womack for Delaware County Council. The mayor basically said everything I could say. But on behalf of my colleagues, one thing I would love to say is that we are proud and happy to be with you today. This is very exciting. We pride ourselves in supporting the trailways, and especially trailways like this. It couldn't be in a better place than Upper Darby. Our Greensways grants, we love to do more projects like this. This is why we have those projects in place. And we're going to continue to utilize them. We want to continue to build, continue to make safe space where our people and communities can come together, and continue to walk and feel free, feel safe for all people. And that's what we're here to do, to continue to make Delco strong, to make it a viable place that our residents can enjoy. And we look forward to it. We want you to enjoy it. And whatever we can do to increase it, to make it even more better, that's what we're here to do. You have set the stage. You have worked hard. And now you need to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And this is one of the days that we look forward to. Now I already had a reason to come to Upper Darby. Now I have more so of a reason to come to Upper Darby. So I look forward to continue to working with all of you, because projects like this, not only it takes more than one. And I was happy to say that we worked along with our federal, our state, and local government to make sure that this project happened. And we will continue to do so, because working together makes the dream work. So thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Upper Darby is fortunate to have dedicated residents who volunteer countless hours toward the greening and wellness of our community. I'd like to recognize two groups that were especially key to this project. That is our Upper Darby Environmental Advisory Committee and the Friends of Upper Darby Trails. Thank you to them. We're now going to hear from another very dedicated resident, Representative Heather Boyd, who serves Pennsylvania House District 163.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm Heather Boyd. I represent half of Upper Darby. You'll, I'm sure, hear from the other half very quickly. This is a celebratory day for me. I walked here, first of all. So I walked down Marshall Road and walked through here. And it was beautiful. So I'm looking forward to our walk back. I do want to just shout out even harder to the Upper Darby Trails, because over a decade ago, my husband was part of the Upper Darby Trails with the current organization, and there were not really a lot of trails in Upper Darby. And that group just went out and started building them. They didn't wait for the township. They didn't wait for the municipality. These municipalities are probably mad at me for bringing that up, but but then they started advocating. They started bringing the mayor, the council, the state representatives at the time. They did the work first, and they brought people along. And that is a reminder. I'm so excited to see all of you, that you don't have to just wait for your legislators or your council people to remember to do something. You can advocate to them and say, hey, let me show you what's available to us. Because not only is this going to be fun, it's also incredible economic development. Trails and the access to safe pedestrian walkways and safe bikeways are incredible economic development opportunities for our area as well. And I do want to just mention that this very cute chapped dog over here is mine. He tore both of his ACLs, so he has very cool bionic legs. But this trail is great for him because he cannot at the moment go off and do the kind of trail running that he would love to do. So we were really thankful that we could bring him here today. So I just want to thank you all for being here. This is wonderful. Remember, don't wait for us to do it for you. Come tell us what you need, and maybe we can build it. It does take money. It does take time. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is advocacy well worth doing. So thank you, Upper Darby Trails and community who continues to tell us what you need, and I appreciate being here today.
Thank you, Rep. Boyd. Upper Darby benefits from the collaboration of many organizations beyond our borders. And again, there are a couple we just wanted to recognize today, especially for their help with this part of the trail. That's the Delaware Valley Watershed Association and Bike Delco. We appreciate your support for this project. So Upper Darby is very fortunate to have not one, but two incredible women who represent us in the Pennsylvania House. Serving Pennsylvania's House District 164, Representative Gina Curry.
Thank you, Rita. Hello, everyone. My name is State Representative Gina H. Curry, and you are in my district, the 164th, and I'm really excited about this opening today because we've been waiting for a long time. Let me just take us back for a moment about what Representative Boyd said, but a committee that I remember in 2023 that went to each area, and we went to a lot of different areas with the mayor at the time, Barbara Ann Keffer, and we looked and we toured each park and had a vision, and we had ideas and suggestions about improvements. Well, when we have a vision, look what happens. It's truly a pleasure to be here with all of you as we celebrate the opening of Section 5A of the Naylors Run Trail. Moments like this remind us that community investment is about more than just infrastructure. It's about people. It's about creating spaces where families can gather, where neighbors can connect, and where everyone has access to safe, beautiful places to walk, run, and simply enjoy the outdoors. The Naylors Run Trail is a reflection of what's possible when vision meets collaboration. This project represents the hard work and dedication of so many of our local leaders, planners, advocates, and community members who have all been spoken of, who believed in expanding access to green space. Let's clap it up for green space, y'all. I am so tired of being up in Harrisburg and other places, and they're like, look at all this land we can build, because we are usually saying we're landlocked, but this proves that we're not. And to green space and improving quality of life for our residents. With this new section, we are not just extending a trail, we are strengthening the connectivity across our neighborhoods. I had one of my constituents say, this starts in Upper Darby, but it goes over to Lansdowne. I can walk to my house. And that made me happy. I see a lot of Lansdowne constituents here today. And that is so important, that our neighborhoods can come together. To everyone who played a role in bringing Section 5A to life, thank you. Your commitment has created something lasting, something that will serve generations to come. And to the community, this trail belongs to you. I encourage you to use it, enjoy it, and take pride in what we've accomplished together. And don't wear this clothing when you come. Heels and a suit just won't do. Now let's celebrate this exciting milestone and officially open this new chapter of the Naylors Run Trail. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Curry. Special thanks are due to two more organizations, the Pennsylvania Environmental Council and the Circuit Trails Coalition, for their trail advocacy and support that has gone on and makes all this possible. And thanks for bringing the great swag. Let's hear it for them. And now serving Pennsylvania's 26th senatorial district and committed to environmental sustainability and public health initiatives, along with much more in our region, we are now pleased to welcome Senator Tim Carney.
Thank you, Rita. Hi, I'm Tim Carney. This is Chorizo. He represents a certain demographic that's going to get a lot of use out of this trail. It's really wonderful to be here. I have all of Upper Darby in my district. I don't have to split it like you guys. It's along with some other places, but as I tell people all the time, Upper Darby is really the beating heart and soul of my district. And how about 5A, huh? What a great thing. This really is. We've been happy to support trails in Upper Darby since I got into office. I know we help with a couple pedestrian bridges on some of the other sections, and we're really thrilled to keep it up. I mean, I talk a lot about Upper Darby in Harrisburg. A lot of it's talking about just the diversity and the people. You know, I love telling that story about 80+ languages being spoken in the high school and the like. And I agree, the world in one place is right here in Upper Darby. So again, it's my pleasure to be here. It's my pleasure to represent Upper Darby. And let's keep doing stuff like this. This is great.
Thank you, Senator. Joining us today, we are very honored to have a committed public servant dedicated to protecting and improving the lives of America's and Upper Darby's children, families, veterans, and seniors, and supporting economic growth for Pennsylvania's 5th Congressional District, U.S. House of Representatives Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon.
Thank you. I am delighted to be here today. It's probably the first time I've been out on these trails or Naylor's Run where someone hasn't handed me a trash bag and told me to get in the creek. So it has been, the last 7-8 years, just such a joy to come out and work with folks like Sean and Heather and successive mayors to see these projects come into being in our fast-paced, chaotic, sometimes really challenging world. It's more important than ever that we have the opportunity to be out, to be in green spaces, to be able to enjoy nature, to get away from our screens and our cell phones. And this is just such a beautiful space to do it. I know that the Naylors Run Trail, it doesn't just serve Upper Darby, but it's part of a 9-county, 800+ circuit trails network. So it's really amazing to see all of that come into being and give us more and more opportunities. But as several of our speakers have said, that doesn't happen without the advocacy and commitment of everyone here. I'm looking around and seeing, I think, virtually every civic leader from Upper Darby here today. And that's the kind of commitment that it takes, but you really have been at the forefront of making Upper Darby a better place for the people who live here and work here and the people who are going to come visit here, because this is such a beautiful space to be. So congratulations. Looking forward to doing more. And I promise I will still pick up a trash can. Thanks.
Thank you so much to all of our speakers for supporting and celebrating the work Upper Darby Township does to create a welcoming and vibrant place for everyone. And now it's time for the big moment. After the ribbon cutting, there's going to be a move with the mayor on this very trail, so make sure you stick around, join, and make a new connection on the trail. Speakers and Township Council, if you'd approach the ribbon on this side.
1, 2, 3.
Upper Darby!
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.